All right, guys. Happy Monday. It's main draw Monday. I'm here with a legend, Tumaini Carayol with The Guardian, a guy I met in 2019, my first time covering this event. Tumaini, how are we doing today?
I'm good, thanks. Good to meet. Good to see you again.
Always good to see you in Cincinnati. I'm like, I know our event's big time when we get the big time media guys coming in, walking the grounds. I'm like, all right, this is a pretty important tournament. Talk to us. Right now, we got Serena Williams practicing in the background. Talk to me about the storylines of this event. Like when you opened up your laptop, like what are the first three things that kind of draw fans in this week?
I mean, I think the first thing is Serena. Obviously, she hasn't officially said exactly that she's retiring at the US Open, but it's probably going to be the penultimate event of her career, and so obviously it's the last. This is also her first match, first tournament in the States in 2 years, so it's probably the last chance that a lot of people are going to get to see her. So I think it's all about Serena right now, and obviously she has a big match against Emma Raducanu in the first round, which is, I mean, obviously I'm British journalist, so it's an even bigger deal. I was planning to come here anyway, and then I actually on my way here checked my phone and was like, oh wow. So yeah.
It doesn't get any bigger than Serena Williams versus Emma Raducanu. It's the superstar, the greatest of all time, versus the one that just broke out onto the scene. And I mean, we got to see Emma rise from basically a no-name to having over 2 million followers on Instagram, and she's like one of the faces of the tour.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the funny thing is that normally players don't want to face Serena. They don't want her anywhere near their draw, but now, especially the young generation, they all want her to draw just so they can play her for the first time. So Raducanu got the luck, Swiatek and others, Coco Gauff, they have all said, I wish we could be playing her. But yeah.
When Barty retired, I think a lot of us were looking to see who was going to be the face of the WTA Tour, and I think Swiatek just out the gates ripped off, I think, 37 plus wins in a row. And she changed coaches, and I think a lot after coming off a pretty good year, and just to see her kind of rise and continue to stay consistent and win at that level is pretty amazing. But give me a few matchups that fans can look forward to on the women's side in round 1 or 2 that you're looking forward to.
So I guess, obvious, as I said, Serena Raducanu. After that, Halep Mukova should be cool. Mukova's a really talented Czech player who's former top 20 player, and the third, I mean, as I said, it's all about Serena. So if she wins, then she could face Victoria Azarenka, which would be like a nice way to cap. Although neither of them are anywhere near what they were when they were playing as number 1 and 2 in the world, it would be a nice way just to kind of cap off one of the most prominent, rivalries and matchups of the last few years.
Agreed. And we actually got to watch Azarenka and Shelby Rogers have a practice match on the grandstand a couple days ago. The ball striking from both of those ladies is unbelievable. I was very impressed with Shelby Rogers with how much easy power she has. Let's talk about the men's side now. Give me what's the storyline on the ATP side?
I mean, I'd say the return of Rafa Nadal. He hasn't played since he was forced to withdraw from the semi-final of Wimbledon against Kyrgios, and yeah, he's back now. He withdrew from Montreal, and he was, I think, he spoke to the press yesterday, and he was quite, he wasn't entirely, overly confident about, he was very cautious, let's say, about his abdominal muscle and, testing it day by day, but he's here, and,
First time in 5 years.
First time in 5 years, and yeah, he's obviously, at the moment, every Grand Slam right now is history, and it's an opportunity to get back to a good level and fight for another Grand Slam title. We still don't know if Novak Djokovic will be at the US Open, if the vaccination rules will be changed in time. So yeah, I mean, I think that's the big thing.
It's just to watch Rafa again out here, the crowd he draws, the intensity he brings to the practice court. Holger Rune got to practice with him for the first time of his career, and I think watching Rafa give those guys an opportunity to, he's the greatest champion of our game right now, and I think everybody wants to see that intensity, and I think Holger got it firsthand, and I never take it for granted when I get to watch Rafa go through his daily work ethic, and I think it's just a special thing for Cincinnati fans to see again. Give me 3 matchups that you're looking forward to on the men's side, round 1 or 2. Give me the one that, here's my few. I got a few for you. I got Berrettini and Tiafoe.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of the headliners. I got Brooksby and Tommy Paul. That should be fun. And I think my third one, I think we got Falkina plays Kyrgios, I believe. Those are my 3.
I mean, I kind of agree with that. I'd also add, I'm interested to see Kokinakis Sinner.
That's another good one.
It's cool. As a British player, Nori Rune, I'll be watching that, and also I guess
Nori played amazing last week. He actually just fell short against Felix, where Felix played one of the best matches of the year. And then we see Felix go the next match against Rude and not make a ball the whole match. So actually, I got to talk to Cam about that match, and he's just like, tennis is a weird sport. You know, one day he's redlining, and the next day he can't find the court. But no, last question for you, Tumaini. I don't want to steal too much of your time. I know you got to get back to busier things. But when you come to Western and Southern, what do you think of first? Like, what's the first thing when you think of this Masters 1000 in Cincinnati, Mason, Ohio? What comes to mind?
I mean, the first thought was that my entire life I thought it was in Cincinnati, and it's not actually. You know, you get to Cincinnati and then you just drive straight past. But that's what makes it interesting. You know, the area is completely different to Europe, and you know the strip malls and you know that kind of thing. But I like that it's outside of the city, but like it's all of these people are coming in, and you know it's packed, and it seems like particularly compared to like Wimbledon in the UK, it's. You know, these are tennis fans. These are people who love the sport. Mostly, I mean, but some.
Yeah, how do you compare these fans to other fans? It feels like I've only been to a handful of tournaments, but just the passion here seems like it's at next level.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You got guys like Falkina just walking around the grounds right here, right behind us, a top 30 player. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think it's tennis fans. It's people who love the sport. It's probably people who come back quite frequent, you know, year after year, and. You know, you see them with their like old, I don't know, US Open tops or, you know, old memorabilia from tournaments. And it's very different to say like slams, you know, slams in general and other tournaments where maybe it's just people who are curious to see tennis and don't really know anything and are, you know, who's this, who's that, you know. So it's very different, I'd say. And I like it because I don't always get to go to regular, you know, ATP WTA events compared to slams.
Well, we're happy to see you here. I got happy when I saw you walking by. I was like, no way, Tumaini's here again. That made my day. We'll let you get back, and I'll know we'll be seeing you in the U.S. Open. So appreciate you taking a little bit of time for us today.
Thank you. Nice to speak to you, man.
Thank you.